Hey 45, how you doing, Chip? Hope you're well. Let's just plug in some power. Actually, I'm going to turn the phone over so that I get a better mic pickup. Orientation is locked. Why? Konnichiwa. Oh well, it's locked the orientation. I'll just bring it a bit closer. There we go. So hopefully you can hear me. Agriarch. Welcome aboard. I don't think I've seen your handle before. Hey Geek, how you doing? Sharon, how are you? No, this is still the same tin. I've actually got to add a couple of markings to that because I smoked it a couple of times in the last couple of days. Sport Glide Gym. Welcome aboard. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Hey Oscar, how you doing? Cliff. It's been a very nice Passover. We're in the middle of Passover. Passover actually has 3 sections. So the first 2 days are like Sabbath, so you don't do anything. No phones, no computers, no nothing. Nothing electronic pretty much. Then there's 4 days in the middle, which today was the first day of, but because it was Saturday anyway, so it was like Sabbath. So it started on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday were the first 2 days. Then we had Sabbath today, which is like any other Sabbath, any other Saturday. So now Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is going to be like a semi-holiday, like a semi-festival. And then Wednesday, Thursday again, it's again like the Sabbath. So for the next 3 or 4 days, I've got computer access and so on. So, but it has been a very nice Passover. Hi Daniel. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. I haven't really got into updating the list. Hi Paul. Yeah, I know Paul, I just haven't had the chance. We'll get together at some point, I'm sure. Hey David, how you doing? So this is where I'm up to with this is a 100-gram tin, and I'm over halfway through. There's probably another, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 bowls in there, maybe a bit more, possibly. I've been smoking this, my birthday pipe. This beautiful skipper style pipe. So I've smoked this pipe so far maybe 4 times, something like that, and it's already, really breaking in very nicely. You can tell usually within a few smokes if it's going to be a long break-in process or if it's going to be quite quick. When I say quite quick, I mean giving you decent smokes fairly quickly. Okay, so in terms of the tobacco sales, the actual tobacco is being sold off in 2 or 3 batches. So the first batch, obviously, as you can imagine, pretty much all the esoterica and Germain stuff went. There is 1 or 2 things left, but there's no Penzance, there's no Stonehaven, and that kind of thing left. But I do have more of that, which will go in the next batch. So what I deliberately did was I knew that that stuff will go straight away. So I was doing it all with my son. He helped me a lot, actually. I'm grateful to him for that. So what we did is we split it up so that each batch should have a good mix of tobaccos, so that in each batch there'll still be another opportunity to get some of those unicorn blends, because I knew there'd be guys coming in straight away saying, I want all the esotericas, or I want all the Penzance, or all the Stonehaven. And that's pretty much what happened. The esoterica stuff went very quickly, as you can imagine. And it kind of vindicated my decision to split it up, because although my job here is to sell the stuff on behalf of my client who's given me the consignment, but I still consider myself to be one of us, one of the YTPC. And I know what it's like. I remember when I first started off trying to get some of those unicorn blends, and it was always nigh on impossible. So I know what it's all about, and I kind of thought about it as a YTPC member, not just as a tobacco seller, so to speak. Hey Portland, it's been very good so far. Thank you very much. So this is bowl 29. So as I say, there's still a fair amount of esoterica stuff. There's still plenty of esoterica bags. I think there's still more Penzance. There's definitely more tins, and I think there's another bag or 2 of Penzance. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure. Cabby's mixture, possibly. I honestly don't remember. I must be honest, I haven't looked at it since the beginning of the festival. I put an auto response on my email, just so that people should know that I'm not ignoring them. So that, because I'm not having access to my email over the festival, I will be looking through stuff probably tomorrow, respond to emails tomorrow, maybe late tonight, depending how long we go on for tonight. So hopefully people will have another opportunity to get some of the good stuff. I mean, to be honest, it's all good stuff. This guy really collected good tobaccos. So this is bowl 29 out of that tin, OGS. The price list is, it's actually on my previous video. If you look at the update video, I decided that would be the best thing to do, was to actually, it took a long time because I had to type it all out again, because it just wouldn't copy over easily. So I had to retype it all. And what I'll do is I'm just going to be updating that list constantly, so people can see as of any moment what's available. But I will say that that's not taking into account anything that's happened in between. People have made inquiries in between. Hey Jeremy. Well, Richard, that's a really good question, because I would say that between Frogmorton on the town, Frogmorton on the bayou, although there are differences, those are quite similar, but Cellar is the one which really, you either love it or you don't, but that's the standout blend, because it's got that bourbon flavour going on. So there are plenty of other blends out there which are similar to the others, I find. So for instance, the problem is that they are McLaren Blue Mountain or Blue, what was the last iteration of it? What was it called? Email is lcsbriars@gmail.com. lcsbriars Gmail. Welcome, Blue. Thanks, Chad. How you doing, Chad? What I might do, which might help you, Daniel, is I might do a live over the next couple of days with the remaining tobaccos, and maybe if people want to ask me questions about them, maybe do something like that, and maybe people can buy stuff there and then, if that makes it easier for people. What I haven't been doing is reservations, because I just didn't think it was fair. So I've been doing it first come, first served. That was, for me, the only fair way to do it. Otherwise it would be too unwieldy, even to do a raffle, for instance. If 10 people wanted a tin of Penzance to do a raffle, and it's too much time, too time consuming, and too unwieldy. So it just made most sense to do first come, first served. So for my birthday, as you've already seen, I gave myself this pipe. My wife bought me a very cool present. She bought me a Swatch watch, but this is a very special Swatch watch. Not because of what it costs. It costs pretty much like any other Swatch watch. It's not a particularly advanced one, but you guys will, I'm sure, have seen pictures of this painting, this is not a pipe. And it says on it, "C'est pas une Swatch." This is not a Swatch. Isn't that cool? I can't decide if I'm going to wear it or not. I don't know how collectible it is. But it's got the portrait on there, and it's in a button beep. It seems very appropriate. Thank you, Patrick. And it seems that my wife has finally accepted the fact that I smoke a pipe. Well, she couldn't very well miss it, could she? So I need to decide if I'm going to wear this or not. I thought maybe I'll just wear it during my lives or something like that. Something pipe related. Yeah, unfortunately stuff does sit in, takes time at the moment. It can do. I mean, some stuff comes pretty quickly. For instance, if I order stuff from smokingpipes.com, sometimes it'll take 2, 3, 4 weeks. Sometimes it'll take 10 days. Most times it takes between, I would say, 10 days and 2 weeks. But unfortunately, that's, you know, for the last few years, that's the way it's been. It's very unpredictable. If you buy anything overseas, you just have to build in that element of time. If you're the type of person that wants something immediately, don't order it overseas. I also ordered a job lot of, where are they? A job lot of pipes from the Danish pipe shop. So I'm going to be refurbishing these, and maybe I'll keep some, maybe I'll sell some. There's some cool pipes in here. There's a 2003 Christmas pipe. That's a nice neat shape there. This is another Xmas pipe, a really cool pipe. I have had one of these before. I mean, I've had nearly all of the limited edition and Christmas pipes from Stanwell, but I've sold nearly all of them. I've just kept one or two, but this one is actually very, very nice, and I might well keep this one. I think this is a 9mm one, yeah. Some of them are 9mm, some of them aren't, but that's very cool. It's quite a chunky pipe though. I like the shape of this one. This is a sandblasted one. Really nice shape, with a silver band on the top and on the shank. The plate here, the little plaque, did have the year on it, and that's rubbed out now, but that's okay. It's a really nice shape. Lovely classic bent billiard with a bit of a Danish flair going on the shank there. There's another one, very nice one. That's not a 9mm, that's a regular one, but really nice grain. Very, very nice pipe. And this one is actually intriguing me. I need to look at this one up. This is, it's a Stanwell, and it says on it, it's got an S-bang, little plaque there saying S-bang on it. And I don't know much about it, but I'm intrigued. It's got a little bit of cleaning up that needs to happen on it. It's not 9mm, but it's wide enough to re-drill without too much fuss. It's got a nice tortoise shell stem. So this was definitely some kind of collaboration. What's unusual is that if you look at the button, there's a V-slot there, which you would not have got on a standard factory Stanwell. So I don't know if this was finished off by S-Bang or not, of the two guys. There's Per Hansen and I forget the other guy's name. It just says Stanwell made in Denmark, but it's got that silver S-Bang badge on it, so that's intriguing. Yeah, Jeff, that sounds about right. And this is a gilt edge, sort of Dublin horn type thing. Also another nice one, non-filtered, really nice shape. And this is a dress hand Christian Andersen with a silver band on there. I don't know if that's gold on that or not. I don't really know, it might just be gold plated, but the silver band is 925. It says on it Hans Christian Andersen. Anyway, these are all pipes which will be for the future. I've got my hands full at the moment with the consignment. I mean, I haven't even started on the consignment pipes. There's some amazing pipes in there which I need to get to. Is this one 9mm? Yeah, I might keep this. There's actually a few of them that I might actually keep. T. Roy, how you doing? It does look like a clay pipe shape, you're right. It's quite a classic cutty kind of shape, which is based on the clay pipes. But this one definitely intrigues me. It's like a horn type shape. I've got to look into that. I like the look of that one. And this is the 2003, I think it was. I've had one of these. It's a 2003 Christmas pipe. Also a very nice pipe. And I find that the Christmas pipes sometimes are rarer than the limited edition pipes. S-Bank did the saddle bit. Okay, that makes sense. That really does make sense, because as you see, as I pointed out, that V slot, you wouldn't have got that on a factory pipe, standby pipe. So that makes a lot of sense what you're saying. So I'm actually quite happy that the Christmas pipes, the ones with the silver on them, most of them are 9mm, so there's a chance I might keep one or two of them. But I must be honest, I did buy them really for refurbishing and selling, because they're not really for selling as they are. They need to be tidied up. Okay, so that's the watch and those pipes. What I do need to show you soon is a gift I got, which came through the post from a YTPC member. He sent me a message saying that I've sent you a little parcel, but such an statement. Massive box, which I will do soon. I'm very excited because I don't know what's in there. I've got to see if there's a note in there. If there is, I'm not going to say who it's from until I've read the note. Maybe it's somebody who doesn't want to be publicised, but I'll certainly share with you the contents. On the downside, my mother's got a chest infection, so she's gone back into hospital. She's in a very sort of delicate state, so every precaution has to be taken if she gets an infection. My brother is in hospital with a minor thing, but he somehow ended up in hospital today. And my oldest brother, who lives up in Manchester, somehow also ended up in hospital today with a broken ankle. So I said to them, I better wrap myself up in bubble wrap today. We're 4 kids, so it's me and my sister, thankfully unimpeded, whereas 2 of my brothers, my older brother and my oldest brother, both in hospital at the moment. But my oldest brother, he should be on his way home by now with a boot on his ankle. Hopefully nothing serious. But I guess you want to see the contents of that box, and so do I. So let's get to it. It's a big old box. I'm not sure I'll be able to fit it on camera, and I don't know how to change it to a wide angle on a live stream. My camera does have a wide angle lens, but I don't know how to change. I don't know if you even can. Yeah, a couple of my family members in hospital at the moment, but hopefully nothing too serious. That's the latest edition of the Pipe Collector magazine. Hi Steph, how you doing? So this is the box. Just give you an idea of the size. It's a big box. Now we have a note. That's a beautiful message. Well, he doesn't want his name read out, and that's absolutely fine. Thank you, Patrick. It looks like there's a lot of stuff in here. Small pin, big statement. That's cool. That's a nice little pin. Make heads turn. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to start. There's so much stuff here. This guy is nuts. Really, 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 really seriously mad. Alright, let's start off. I've got to move this a little bit because there isn't enough room. So the guy's written on here and signed by Kino. This looks like the Castello book. Wow, that is something special. This is La Pipe. Mia figli. I don't know what that means. Does that mean my daughter? Or my son? Wow. Look at this. Happy birthday, Simon. And this is signed by Kino. What is that? Is that Franco Coppo? Either way, that's awesome. Wow. So this is the Castello book, which runs through a whole series of different Castello. Nice pictures. It's in Italian and English. That's awesome. Wow, I keep wanting to say his name to say thank you, but unbelievable. That's amazing. I will treasure that. That's a very collectible piece there, if it's with a signature on it. This guy has gone to town, man. It's just beyond the pale. paleo. Oh, very nice. For my money, the best cigar cutters in the business. That's awesome. Nice. You can't have too many pipe cutters, and that's fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey Jeff, I'm just opening a box that somebody sent me very generously for my birthday, and it's full of a ridiculous amount of stuff. Of course, a tin of already golden sliced. Perfect. I'm just going to put his name on it actually, so I know this was one given to me. Well, I can feel what box this is, but he wrote in his letter that he couldn't spend too much. He wanted to spend more, but he spent too much already, much too much. How can I possibly repay this? I mean, that's ridiculous. He's written, not another one, haha. It says birth year on it. Well, I don't know what that, I've never seen that before. Oh wow, that is so cool. Moon landing 1969, which is my birth year. That is so cool, so thoughtful. That is so thoughtful. That is cool. It's got a design of the moon landing. Man. This is Mirkwood, the country squire. It smells delicious. I smell it already without opening the bag. That smells like caramel and coconut. Cornell and Deal Bijou. I don't think I've actually had it. I have talked about it in the past. I wanted to try it. Carolina, choice 2003 vintage, Eastern North Carolina Red Virginias crown this jewel. Sweet leaf, rounded by small leaf Catarini. Bijou is a hint of honey. Oh, I think this will be right up my alley. I can't say that I'm the biggest C&D fan, but there are some which are excellent to me anyway. I'm sure they're all excellent. But that'll be interesting to try. Hey Phil. Pipe cleaners. Can never have too many of those. Lighters. These are great. Can never have too many of these either. These are amazing. Very reliable and perfect for lighting a pipe. It's great to have some spares. And the same applies to this, a box of 180 box of filters. Can never have too many of those either. Wow, slappy birthday indeed. Then we have a box of some kind. which weighs a lot. And another box, bigger box. I'm lost for words. It's gone too crazy, honestly. No way. Oh wow. Oh, I remember when you got this. Why are you giving it to me? We've got some cigars. Camacho Scorpion, never had that one. Camacho Triple Maduro, not had that one. Camacho Corojo, I might have had that one way back in the past. Connecticut, I think I had one of these quite recently because, as you know, I've been exploring Ecuador. I don't think I've had that one. I've been exploring New World cigars since the onset of a ridiculous pricing strategy by Habanos SA. So I can't afford to buy Cubans anymore. So I don't. So that's amazing. I keep wanting to say his name. That's just ridiculous. I'm really lost for words. This is just ridiculous. I mean, this guy's giving me some of his treasured stuff. Oh, right. Look at that ashtray. It's Ave Maria ashtray. That is beautiful. Wow. I don't know if I can accept all of this stuff. Honestly, I don't. It's too much. It's just too much. Honestly, I'm not exaggerating now. It's just too much. I don't know what this, oh man. What? This guy's mad. I'm lost for words. I honestly don't know what to say. It's Oliva, Serie V, Edición Real, 135 Aniversario. Unbelievable. I mean, I'm sure this guy's just giving me away his treasured possession. Which I can't have that. the sticker. Wow. Look at that. Isn't they beautiful? Oh, look at this. Got a beautiful sticker on there. Look at that. A really beautiful shape, unusual shape. It's sort of tapered from the top down. Beautiful labels, bands. Very, very nice looking cigars. It looks like there's a Boveda underneath. Yeah, there's something under there. Wow. I'm just completely gobsmacked, really. It really does feel. It's like a reverse perfecto, yeah. It is nice to get gifts for sure. Cheers, Phil. Thank you. That is an unbelievable birthday present. It's pretty outrageous. Yeah, I did. I actually recorded a video doing the first smoke, but I probably didn't upload it. But I've uploaded pictures of me smoking it. I'm not sure if I've actually smoked Bijou before. I can't remember. I like how they write on their tins, estimated peak 10 to 15 years. The thing is that the actual Carolina Red is from 2003. So it's already 20 years just on the Virginias. So this is a Virginia Oriental, essentially, with a little bit of honey on it. It's a current release, 2022. Excuse me. So they're kind of saying put it away for 10 to 15 years, which is interesting. Does that mean that wait that long and then enjoy it, or 10 to 15 years it says it's peak? Does that mean after that it's going to deteriorate? Is that what it means? Cuffs rolled up because I'm wearing a Saturday shirt. I wear a white shirt on the Sabbath, so I'm still wearing that stuff because it's Saturday. And usually I would have gotten changed, but I actually went to visit my dad, and then it just got late because Sabbath doesn't go out till quite late nowadays. It's the wind. It's heading towards the summer, I should say. So longer days. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, Richard, because aromatics, generally speaking, it is said that they don't last as well because the aromatics usually got some artificial content in there and often will deteriorate over time. Hey, Oscar. Certainly Virginia's age well. You're either freezing your nuts off, Phil, or you're hot. One of the two. Or getting blown to pieces. Chag Sameach, Malik. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got plenty of people opening up cutter tins of half and half. Prince Albert and these kind of tins, which are velvet, which, decades old, and they seem to be fine. Yeah, exactly, Phil. No time for the body to adjust. I've got a cutter top 14-ounce tin of half and half somewhere. I actually don't even know where it is anymore. Which store are you, Mitch? Email, best way, lcsbriars@gmail.com. I did type it in a little bit earlier on. I'll do it again in a sec. Have you got my email address, lcsbriars? You got it, cool. I mean, you can get me on social media as well. I'm on Messenger. You can search LCS Briars, you'll find that. Or you can get me on Instagram, Smokey_Sim. $59, wow, that must have been good stuff. Yeah, but a Scudo is a vapor, so that should age gracefully, really nicely. That's ridiculous, though. That's what, 60 years old, 63 years old. Wow. Was that made by Copes? Which company made that? Because AC Peterson, I think, would have been later on. That was really thoughtful. 1969, it's my birth year. The moon landing. 1969. I've got a nice little Zippo collection building up over time, and I'm not your 4th birthday. I'm not intentionally creating this big Zippo collection, but every so often I'll have a look online and see if there's anything interesting that I like. But so far I've got a couple of really nice ones from this guy. Nearly said his name again. And a few that I bought on eBay. Really, really nice ones. My daughter actually just bought me a lighter. My daughter just bought me this one. And this is my 8-year-old girl, which was very, very cool. It's a Star, you know, the Star one, the company that does the inserts, the butane inserts. So what I will probably do is change the insert and put a pipe insert in there. But that's very special. But I just think this is really, really thoughtful. It's nice to get gifts, but when thought's gone into it, it's just special. It makes it extra special. Pretty awesome. I've got a stack of New World cigars now waiting to be smoked, but I kind of, each time I get one that I haven't smoked before, I kind of want to do a video of it, and so they're just not getting smoked, and I end up smoking, because it takes time to do a video, and I'm usually working, so stuff just gets put back. I got a load of 5 or 6 cigars from Adam at Pipe Wandering when I met him here in London. So he gave me some cigars, which I want to do videos on those. This is neat. I like this. Oh, that's nice. Matching pipes. Yeah, I've kind of thought about getting a 69 Dunhill. But the ones that I've seen so far have been a bit ropey. So I've never really pulled the trigger on them. Yeah, I must be honest, Phil, when I'm doing photography, I don't do much of it these days, but when I do it, every so often, it doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while I'll get a little tip, and that's really, really nice. I've got to be honest, it's usually when the guy doesn't have change, so it's not like an intentional tip, like $100 or something like that. It might just be $10 because he hasn't got change to break at 20. It doesn't matter. It's the guy's. He could say to me, "Have you got 10 quid?" And if he doesn't, it's okay. It's making his life a little bit easier, but at the same time, he's acknowledging and saying something by giving you something extra. Hey, said. But I don't know why that is. Maybe because they already feel that they're paying a lot of money for the photography. But I must be honest that in photography, I don't really get tips. It's very rare. I suppose you could argue it's because they're not happy with the photography, but they wouldn't really know it on the day. Not until they get the photos, And Usually you get a tip for service, and I always get fantastic compliments, about how I was on the day, often diffusing sort of stressful situations and not being in their face too much and all of that kind of stuff, which I do. I'm happy to blow my own trumpet and say that I do that really well. Where's my tamper? But those compliments don't usually convert into money. It's usually just a compliment, which is, you know what, that's fine too. And what I also am very appreciative of is when the host remembers that you also need to eat on the day. You're there a whole day working, and they'll either say to me, pull up a chair and have a meal, or they'll have already organized the meal with a caterer. And I find that very thoughtful. I really, really appreciate that when they come up with that. I mean, caterers are always happy to give you food anyway. They'll give anybody that's working in the band, photographer, videographer. That's kind of par for the course. But when the host remembers it, that's something special. I think it's something special. I mean, the host has got 1,000,001 things on their mind. All right, Mitch, thanks very much. I look forward to seeing that. Yeah, referrals are really good as well. I had that recently. Somebody booked me for a bar mitzvah, and she said that the only reason she booked me was because her friend was very, very happy with my service. And she said she hasn't seen my work, but she's trusting her friend, and she booked me for that reason. Hey, Mark. Falling asleep on the sofa is always good. It's like you've snatched a sneaky sleep, and it gives you a little reboot. OGS and vanilla roll cake. I do that from time to time. There was a time when I did it quite a bit. In the beginning, I did it roughly half-half. I have to say that the vanilla roll cake, the flavor is so pervasive that it kind of masks the OGS when you do it to that extent. So I've taken to just doing a sprinkling of vanilla roll cake on a bowl of OGS, and that seems to work better for me. Well, put OGS in a filtered pipe, you'll be fine, Richard. I couldn't smoke it before I went over to 9mm pipes. I do find that I still get bitten a little bit in a new pipe. You tried? Oh no, that's no good. But it's mild, the tongue bite is quite mild. And then once the pipe is broken a little bit more, then there's no tongue bite. And this is probably bowl number 5 or 6 or something like that of OGS in this pipe. And I still, getting a little pinch on the tongue, but it's nothing that'll stop me smoking it. It'll take another maybe half a dozen bowls or something like that before I can really just smoke this without thinking about it. The good thing about this pipe is that it doesn't overheat, which is really interesting, even though it's a new pipe. With the walls, because it's a kind of brandy-ish kind of shape, so they are getting thicker. You can see that it's tapering outwards. So it really just is a nice warm feeling. It's not hot. And there is already a fair bit of a cake in there. So, oh, it's the taste. Okay. London Calling, right? Yeah, fair enough. I did smoke a bowl of London Fog the other day. That was really good. That was almost the last bowl. Just a few crumbs. Well, it is the last bowl. I'll probably add that to a bowl of OGS at some point. That's done. So I think I still have one more tin or maybe 2 more tins of Virginia Woods. So I need to make another batch of that London Fog. Yeah, London Fog is good. At some point I'll end up having to do a batch with the RC1, whatever it's called, from Sutliff. I've got a pound bag of that, a sealed pound bag, which was sent to me by Art, from Artie's place. He was very generous of him to send me that. And I've got a jar of it somewhere, like a 4-ounce jar. .515 RC1, yeah. 515 RC1, yeah. I used to remember it, Mark. In the good old days. In fact, is that it up there? There you go. 515 RC1 bulk. £1. I've had this. I've probably had this a few years now. I'm pretty sure he sent it to me before COVID, so it's probably 3 or 4 years old. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to be shipping out some of the stuff that, some of the tobaccos that sold from the sale. And updating the list as to what's available. And start thinking about the next batch. All right, what is it? It's 1:10. Folks, I think I'm going to hop off for now. My hands are in terrible shape. I need to do some intensive repairs. They're really chapped very badly. Don't know why. Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, the only 251. Thank you, Mark Welsh Piper. Thank you, Patrick Grant. Thank you, Richard Ryder. Oh, that's you. Thank you, Oscar Flores. Piper under 45. Piper said. Patrick Grant. Mitch. Sport Glad Jim. Malik, if you're still there, Jeremy Viz, Andy Lucas, Jeff WV6Rs, Birdie T. Roy, Daniel Leslie, and everybody else. Thanks very much. Wishing you all a wonderful weekend. I will catch you on the next